All right, just some examples of what your homework's going to look like, guys. So these are all the theories you currently know. Any of them can come into play. But to start off, alternative angle theory, most of the questions are just nice and easy. 8 parallel lines, one line transversing, 43 degrees here. I've got my Z, I've got my Z right there. Oops, move my Z. I know that X, at least in this case, angle X is equal to, wow, that's terribly labeled. If anybody can figure out why that's mislabeled. Um, 43, that's an obtuse angle, not an acute angle, Mr. Watson. So we'll just change that label right there to 143. So we know that angle X is equal to 143 degrees. All right, grade 8s, yes, terrible sketch on my part, but 143 degrees. So it's kind of an example of what your first style of questions will look like. Nice and simple, trying to find the alternative angles. A lot of them might end up looking like this, where you have two angles or two lines. This set of lines here is not parallel, but you're given the angles to find. Well, I'll just change that to 57. Change that to, or just move that over here. They'll give you another value where, let's go with Y, and then another angle here of, I don't know, 110. Alt 248. All right, to get that, and then you just kind of put them in the right spots. And you have to determine where values are coming from. Okay. This one here, we have the parallel lines here. Angle R transverses this way. X in this case equals 57. Just get rid of this stuff. Delete. The X would equal 57. Y. Because the parallel lines are here, the line that transverses them is here, the 57 is on the same line as the X, right? So you got to pay attention to that sort of thing. The Y in this case would be equal to 110. Now the reasonings again, A, T, A, T. So it's a matter of finding which angles match up with which variables, all right? And that's kind of important. We're going to be moving towards doing a little more complicated questions where you'll have, like, say, 2x plus 5 on one side and a number on the other side, or an equation on the other side, but not in today's homework. As things get a little more complicated, I'll walk you through some of the harder videos like that. Now, in that first example, I actually forgot my reasoning. Make sure you have your reasons. Don't get sloppy. Don't get lazy. Make sure your angle symbols are there. Double check your work, as I just did. Noticed several errors, so even your teacher makes mistakes and has to go back and check his stuff. So go back, take a look at your stuff. When you're looking for alternative angles, when you're looking for alternate angles, they have to reside. So here's my parallel line, here's my parallel line. This is the line that transverses them. They're across that line that transverses them. Okay, so this angle here and this angle here would also be alternate angles, and they would be equal in value as well. And that's kind of the big idea for today. All right,